Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. We are talking FM22 today and I'm going to give you 4 or 5 things I would like to see in FM22. Now the last one is an absolute beauty, but it's a wild card. Never happened in a million years. We all have these crazy ideas. Let me know your dream thing, wish list, whatever you want. If you want to go crazy, let me know what you want to see in FM22. Put it down in the comments. Like today's video. Got lots of content coming from FM22. A brilliant Let's Play. Lots more live streaming and some more tactics videos which have done really well on the channel, looking at in real life tactics and transferring them into Football Manager. That will all be for FM22. But let's get into today's video. Let's see what I've got for number 1. Okay, so number 1 is the match day experience. Okay, so I'm just watching a game at the moment, Leeds United versus Man United. It's off a highlight. I've actually paused it, but it's off a highlight right now. And this screen completely does my head in. Now, I do use Renzi skin, which has made it a little bit more tolerable, but it's just scruffy. It really bugs me. Like for here, I've got the match stats in this corner. I can't change any of it, but for some reason I can then have match tactics, match stats up here with loads of other stuff in it. I can customize it and add stuff. Wouldn't it be good because it's already there just to have that there? I would also like then to see match stats pretty much going all the way down the bottom. So you get a full in-depth view of what's going on. And then the rest of it, just 6 screens, so 6 boxes. I don't understand why you've got the touchline dugout tablet and then the dugout. It would be good just to have it all nicely looks spread out a little bit more. So it's less sort of like scrunched up, not looking great. It just needs tidying and cleaning up a fair bit. The start screen as well, when you get the team sheet is good. But then you can't click on any players. You've got to then wait till the teams are introduced and you get the little sort of like Sky Sports, not walkouts, but the team gets put up. I like that. You click on a player and then it goes back to the start again and does it again. So yeah, little things like that. It'd be good to click on players on the team sheet, especially when you've got time, because that's on that screen. You then have to click continue to go on to the next screen. So it'd be good if you could just take your time, have a look at their players, who they've picked for the game. The other one that does me head in as well is the team talk. I'll put a little screenshot up now. It's just it all spread around the outside. You get a big space in the middle where you do your team talk. It would be good, instead of having it all in the middle, if you just had a simple drop-down menu. A simple drop-down menu. How are you going to say it? So I'm going to be outstretched arms. Now, if you go on outstretched arms, it only gives you then 2 or 3 choices and the rest are grayed out. Well, if the others are grayed out, I don't need to see them. So it would be good just to have a nice little drop-down menu. Right, I'm going to go outstretched arms, click across, what are my 3 options? Click one of those, and then I can see the reaction of the players a little bit more cleaner. I don't like how it sort of like spirals. It starts at the bottom and then works around to the top and finishes at the bottom right. I just don't get it. A thing that didn't really need changing, and it was changing. I think when everyone was hit with that, when the beta dropped, everyone thought this is shite. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm pretty sure there's no one out there that enjoys that screen. Alright, so that is the first one. Now, second one, we're talking about in-game. So a couple of things. VAR needs a skip button. It gets quite frustrating, especially, look, I'm recording this video at 11:30 at night. I've got 2 more videos to do after this. It would be nice for the 2 games that I do tonight that I'd just be able to press skip just so I can save a little bit of time. It gets frustrating that you have to view it. I also want to see more variation. You kind of know what the decision's going to be. That free kick outside the box is very rarely ever a penalty. Normally when it is a disallowed goal and they go to VAR, it's disallowed. I think there's a lot of people out there that have never even had it overturned and a goal allowed. I've had 4, but surely me playing over 1,000 games, you would expect having more VAR sort of like goals overturned in terms of goals not being disallowed. So that needs to be changed. I also want to see more variations in red cards. You don't have... you very rarely get an elbow. It's either a second yellow card or it's a 2-foot Eric Cantona kind of kung fu lunge. So I want that. I would like to see goalkeepers getting sent off. That happens a fair bit. I want to see goalkeepers getting injured in the game. That never happens because at the moment, let's face it, we don't need a substitute goalkeeper on the bench. So yeah, give me a reason, SI, to put a goalkeeper on the bench. That would be good. And then just a few more things. Match engine wise, we know it's not perfect. I can kind of live with it. A few things that annoy me is jogging in different directions, jogging when they should be sprinting to the ball. Those sort of things just need tidying up in the game. We know about the players that generally cross the ball. Instead of crossing the ball, they shoot at the near post when they should pull it back. Those sort of things which I think can be worked on. But yeah, there's the in-game kind of stuff. Just tidy it up a bit. Give us more variation. Goalkeepers, refereeing decisions, red cards, handballs on the line. That sort of stuff would be really, really good and give a little bit more of a realistic feel and a bit of a wild card. There'll be more moments for us, no doubt, to get FM'd when in the 89th minute your goalkeeper rushes out of the box and gets sent off. But it's all part of what can happen in real life. Let's get it into FM22. All right, the third thing is set pieces. Set pieces. Do my head in. Right, number one, I want this guy in the game. This guy that I'm pictured right now. The guy who kind of passes instructions on. So when a substitution's made, your whole set piece routine doesn't go to absolute shit, basically. I've got a really good set piece routine, clinical short corners. There's a video on the channel. Go check it out. Really good. Had lots of success with it. However, when I tend to make a substitution or there's a quick mid-game change tactic, I might decide, right, the last 20 minutes, we're putting 3 up or we're going to put 5 at the back or something. And then the whole short corner routine just disappears. And then you'll end up, you're going to attack in the last 5 minutes. You get a corner. Oh no, you end up with 4 players, generally back here, stood, not doing anything. So number one, I want that guy in who can, if you want, be in charge of set pieces. So if you set up a routine, he will then make sure that routine is kept to. He will pick the right set piece players for you, because often when you've taken a set piece taker off, that also then flips the game and makes it trigger, and you kind of get this sort of stuff here with 4 players at the back. So that would be good. I would also like to see presets. Some saves that I bother with it, some saves I don't, but I'd like to have a few presets like we got a couple of years ago with tactics. Set piece presets would be really good. Good variation on short corners, near post flick-ons, defending the ones that are sort of like pushing the last 10 minutes, ones that I may be, sort of like wasting for time, holding the ball in the corner, that sort of stuff. And then lastly, a bit of variation in terms of what you can do. It'd be good if, right, I want to start my striker here, but then I want him to quickly dart to the back post. I want my lurk outside the area to drop off a little bit. So you could maybe have them, I don't know, arrows into boxes. You could maybe have the pitch boxed off where you could have them starting as a run and then running into another area. That would be really good. That would be a really nice add-on for the game and us geeks in terms of sorting out set piece routines. And it would bring a lot of fun and, once again, variation to the game. Those are 3 that I think can be soon solved. Number 4, it's not my wild card, but it's the main thing I want to see changed in the game. It's data analysis and how we get to see the analysis. So I'll just click on, I'm on my Crystal Palace save. I'm just going to click on a player. So let's go Wilf Zaha. Okay, here's Wilf. Let's go into stats. So we get this screen up here. This page needs to be customizable. Okay, I don't really need to see how many tackles he's made. He's a centre forward. He's made 4 key tackles. Well done. I don't need to see that. So it'd be good if we could change it up a little bit. I would also like to see in here a Premier League rank. So he's won, say, like here, average rating of 7.07. Can I see that in this screen? So it comes up, maybe a team rank. He's rated number 3 in terms of average ratings. And then right next to it, league rank. He's rated 40th out of whatever in terms of the league. That would be good. I know you can kind of see that in the team stats, but once again, it's loads of clicking. It would be good. I've got a report here on Wilf. I want to see how he's doing against other players just using this screen. So it needs to be a little bit more customizable. The main thing for me that I would like to see, and I think it's a little bit of a content creation thing, I think it would be really good to see highlights. So, just pretend I've scouted Wilf Zaha. We're looking to sign Wilf Zaha. I want to see, we'll go on a match. Let's go on this one here. Let's go on shots. Just let it load. Right, he's had 3 shots, right? So you can actually watch the highlight, which is good. But what I'd like to see is just watch all the highlights. So if he's made, say, 16 completed passes, I want to press click and watch those 16. If I want, if he's done, how many assists he's done for the season? He's done 5 assists. I want to click on that number 5 there. Boof. I want it to show me the 5 assists from the season. Now I know over the course of time, it's going to be impossible for the game to really show you every single highlight from Wilf's career, his highlights. So we're in season 3 now. I'm not saying that I want to see his 2 assists from the first season, but maybe stores it for 12 months. So the last 12 months I can see what he's done. I can see his 10 goals. I can then have a little idea, and because let's face it, when a manager gets a DVD, a report, a lot of it will be probably DVDs in terms of the goals that he scored, the dribbles he's made, the key passes he's made, the tackles he's made, maybe even the mistakes he's made, and you would be able to see, mistakes leading to goals. It would be good to see what mistakes are actually made without having to click through and find the game that they've made the mistake in before lumping in and then seeing the highlights. So yeah, a highlight package, data and numbers and XG is getting so big in football. I'm really enjoying over the last few months. I've really enjoyed looking at more statistics and stuff like the TIFO videos and the athletic videos. I've really enjoyed watching them where they go on about numbers a little bit more. So I'd like to see it involved so much more in FM. Highlight packages as well would be really good, especially as a content creator. It would have been good for me to do highlight packages of goals that Munayin has done as we said goodbye to him in my Basque Nothing save with Athletic Club Bilbao. So yeah, a better data analyst screen. You kind of have it. It's really weird. If you go onto we're in the Premier League, so you have the sort of like the stats here. Let's go on team detailed. You kind of have it here, but then if you go onto team overview and you click on the buttons, you have so much more. Even when you go on the player overview, once again, you go on the player detailed and you have them there. But then when you go back on the player overview, you have more here. And it only does up to 20. I want to see where my players are coming. Maybe it needs to be they've played over, say 70% of the minutes of the total minutes played or something like that. But it's weird that you can then, by the way, this was a GG second yellow card for showing this on one of his videos. You've got all this stuff here. Saves held. And then obviously if you click off it, click back on, it disappears. So it'd be good, yeah. It needs reworking. The numbers are there. The highlights are there. I just want to see them. I just want to see them a little bit quicker, a little bit clearer. And then it'll really help, I think, in terms of scouting. You get your scout to go. They give you then your data analyst, right? I'm Crystal Palace. We're going to look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I want you to put a package together. I want to see the 15 goals. And it maybe takes a few days for him to put a package together for you to see his shots, his XG, his mistakes, I don't know, whatever. Not every single highlight, but highlights that would be relevant to seeing maybe a centre forward and maybe his assists. That's a big one I would like to see in the game. All right, guys, right. We are on to the big one, the wildcard, the crazy one that I dream about. So, when you're at work or you're at home and you're on your mobile phone and you're bored and you may be even writing down stuff on notepads at lunch at work, which I've done, or you're on I don't travel, but I imagine there's a lot of you travel and are dreaming about your save and what you're going to do. It would be good if you could have your save on a mobile phone. Now, I'm not talking playing games, match engine, or anything like that, or any simulations. I want you to imagine that. So in today's game on the screen, it's the 8th of April. Without clicking continue, what can you do? Well, you can put bids in for players. So I could do that. I could work on a tactic. I could do that. I could work on a player's individual training. I could do that. Offer contracts. I could do some scouting. I could bid for players. Imagine if you had all of that on your phone. Now, it's never going to happen. FIFA kind of do it a tiny bit with the Ultimate Team because you can kind of buy and sell your players, can't you, without actually being on the game, just use the app. But for me, that would be the ultimate. Imagine all the times you're hiding at work in the toilet and you're kind of just flicking on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, wouldn't it be good if you could just sort out your Crystal Palace tactic? You could buy a few players, you could offer Will for contract. You can't press continue and then do what you need to do, press save, get home from work, and then you've done all those nitty gritty things in terms of offering contracts, putting bids in for players, so then you can get straight into the game when you get home. That's it. That's my wildcard. I don't know how it would ever be in the game. It's never going to be in the game, but I just thought that would be amazing, wouldn't it? The amount of times we dream about, even playing with the tactics, you kind of have an idea in your head. It would be good. I'm thinking about the Crystal Palace tactic. It would be good to sort of like fiddle and play with, can Almada do the right-hand side? Oh, let's have a look at his attributes. And just little things like that would make the game fucking incredible. All right, guys, that is it. As I said, let me know what you think to my suggestions. Let me know what you like to be in the game. And especially, give me that wild card. Give me that one thing that you would probably never, ever see in the game, but you wish it bloody was. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Make sure you smash a like on today's video. Hopefully, I'll see you for loads of FM22 content. I'm really, really excited for the main save on the channel. If you love a Let's Play, this is the place to be. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. See you later.